In today's Ultimate Showcase, we're talking about Cassandra Nova, who is one of the most recent champions added to the game, coming out only about 5 months ago. She's of the Mutant class, of course, and she's a pretty interesting mutant because she does a lot of things you want a mutant to do. She's going to place Daunted, place Neuroshocks, she counters the large variety of the skill class, and she does a really good job at doing so. You just don't necessarily see Cassandra in play as much because the Mutant class honestly has the most amount of broken attackers in the entire game, like Onslaught and Sinister and Jean Grey. They all kind of make her a little bit outshined, but you're going to see in this video there's a lot of really strong things that Cassandra can do, and definitely a lot of things I want to show off in her kit, because she has a strong kit, she has really strong damage for short fights, and yeah, we're going to take a good bit of fights in the CCP beta as well to see a lot of different skill defenders, because like I said, I think she kind of just wrecks the entire skill class. It's really fun to see. And we're going to start with Realm of Legends Winter Soldier though, and I want to show you two rotations, because there's one Cassandra rotation that I'm going to use for the majority of this video, and then there's another one that I know other people like to use that's a little bit different. But the main thing you want to do with Cassandra is you're going to be focusing on a channeling mechanic. So you charge your heavy attack, and while it's charging, you're placing Daunteds on the opponent. You also have a stun ability while you're charging your heavy, to where you can stun them if they try to attack you when you're charging or launching your heavy attack, which is really helpful for getting the extra channeling. And then we get to the special 2, we're going to heavy cancel into it, and then we just do a ridiculous amount of damage with the actual special attack damage, and then the Neuroshocks, which are further increased by the Daunted. That's the rotation I like to use. Another rotation that people like to use is spamming special 1s, because you're going to get a very easy access to the Daunteds, because if you launch your specials from your heavy charge, and they're going to continue to place Daunteds during the special animation. So what you want to do is get a bunch of Neuroshocks on the opponent, and then just launch your special 1 from that heavy charge, and then you'll continue to place Daunteds, do some nice damage on the special itself, and it's a pretty good time. So I'm going to go for another special here. I should have stacked more Daunteds before doing it, and then I probably could have killed Winter Soldier right there, but we're just going to go for a combo, and he's going to die pretty soon after. I think we're just going to go for another special 1, and he's gone. Yeah, it could have been faster if I managed my Neuroshocks a little bit better. They are rather short, and that's one of the things I'm not a fan of, is how short those Neuros are, and sometimes how short the Daunteds feel when you want to up-creep everything. But it's pretty sustainable if you can get the hang of it. Make sure to like drop your first special 1 with like a lot of power remaining, so you're close to another one. And we're going to start this BG's fight against Yelena here. Cassandra is basically tailor-made to fight Yelena because she has an ability where she's going to basically consume combo from the opponent and exchange it for Daunteds, which, because of the fact Yelena gets combo just whenever you hit her, and from various other reasons, you can just kind of cheese Yelena because you just take all that combo for your own. And of course, Daunted is Yelena's main weakness, so we absolutely love to go ahead and just spam that on her, and then we can not worry about an attack rating cap. Well, except for, it's still going to be 100% attack rating cap, but that means you're doing the full damage without any outside resources, buffing you. So yeah, and then Yelena down in 50 seconds, really easy. It probably could be faster too. That might be one of those where it's like the spam special 1 rotations are really helpful there. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fight this Otuma now. This is on the beta server, and we're going to see quite a few beta server fights against a bunch of skill defenders to show how she just truly counters like the entire class. So I want to focus on getting to 2 bars as fast as possible here, while also, of course, stacking up my Daunteds when I can. So we're just going to go ahead and counter his special 1 with my heavy a lot, get him in the corner, and just start spamming some heavies, which is helpful. And then I'm going to go for 1 here, and then charge my heavy attack into my special 2. I have all the Neuroshocks, and then they tick very hard. The special 2 itself hits very hard, and then Atuma is just down. So Cassandra has non-contact basics, and just every attack from her is actually non-contact except for her first medium. So the first medium is the only one that could trigger Thorns against Atuma, which is pretty cool. Now we're fighting Nick Fury. I really like her for Nick Fury because she has a very specific Nick Fury countering ability. Basically what she does is when she's fighting a skill champ, their regeneration rate cannot be higher than their percentage of health remaining. So right here you see Nick has 70% health. That means his regen rate cannot be above 70%. So once Nick Fury goes to 1, his regen rate can't go higher than 1. And then he basically just dies in his second life because he can't heal because his regen rate's just gone. So, yeah, it's really fun at countering Nick Fury that way. And that's a 42-second Nick Fury fight, which I really like because, like I said earlier in the video, Cassandra gets outshined by a lot of those really strong mutants, Onslaught, Sinister, and Jean. But Cassandra, I think, is just objectively the best champion of those 4 for Nick Fury. So it's nice that she does have a matchup where she is just the strongest for. So here I'm going to fight Luma, and I'm going to go ahead and charge my heavy here, of course, and we're going to go ahead and get to my special 2. I'm going to go ahead and hit him a bit and then drop it, place some more Neuroshocks, of course, and just let those Neuroshocks take him down. Launch my Relic, and then Lumitrix goes down. And if you dropped a special 1 in that fight, we have the Neuros to just ignore miss. The only thing you need to make sure you're aware of is if he's invisible, then he's also stun immune, so you can't use your heavy charge just out of nowhere. So be careful of that. This is a matchup where I'm going to use the special 1 rotation here against Korg. And the reason we're doing that is because special 2 does like a lot of hit damage, right? It's of course going to increase the damage of your Neuroshocks and stuff, because that's just how the Gauntlets work. But the main appeal of the special 2 is the actual hit damage it's going to do. Whereas if you're doing the special 1 rotation, the main appeal to it is going to be damage over time, which is what we want to focus on here because of Korg's rock shields. We want to rely a lot more on the DOT side of Cassandra's kits than the big special attack side. So I'm going to go ahead and just let my Neuros do a large portion of the damage. With my Daunteds, of course, and yeah, we just charge the heavy into the special attack, and then it goes to increase the Daunteds, or just like continue to place Daunteds during the special animation. So Korg goes down there. Like, it's a bit of a slower rotation, as you can see. That took 53 seconds, whereas the Luma took 41. But it's better for Korg and better for certain other matchups here. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and fight Zola now. This is another one where it's like spamming special 1s is probably pretty useful. I do go for a special 2 in this fight because this is a bit of an old recording. I didn't use the spam special 1 rotation that much. But if you're wondering why she works against Zola, it's because you can just increase the Neuroshock damage so much during your specials that's just going to be your primary source of damage. And he can't really cap the damage for that in any way because it's a red number, and it's not a single burst, and it's not affected by cowardice. So, yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm using the counter special 1 method, which you can use to counter Zola's special 1, but you can also, of course, just use her regular heavy stun to go ahead and remove Zola's ESP charges if you just wanted to do it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and charge my heavy here, let those Neuros tick a little bit, and then drop my special 1. And we're just going to let the Neuros finish Zola off. And that's a Mutant champ taking down Zola in just over a minute, which is really, really cool. I really thought she was pretty cool for that matchup. So now we're going to go fight Baron Zemo. This is another ability that Cassandra has. She reduces the ability accuracy of Daunted effects by 100%. So when Baron Zemo goes to place his Disorient... Did I say Daunted earlier? I meant Disorient. I don't know what I said, but I meant Disorient. She reduces the ability accuracy of Disorient by 100% against skill champs. So what you can do for that is fail Zemo's special 1 Disorient, which is important because when you charge your heavy to place your stun with Cassandra, that is something that is affected by ability accuracy. So if you're wondering why, like, you were fighting against Crossbones or something, and you were playing Cassandra and her heavy stun didn't work, ability accuracy can stop it, which is kind of dumb if you ask me, but at least you can cover the disorient aspect of it, because she's just going to fail any disorients getting placed on her. So now we're going to go fight this Gwenpool from the side quest. This is a pretty cool one. I didn't even check all the nodes there, but it's mainly a big Gwenpool with a root node. And Cassandra doesn't hate a root node, because depending on how your spacing is, you can just like charge your heavy attack, of course, during the root if you have the stun, and then you're going to be locked into place in a spot where you can just go ahead and hit Gwenpool during the root still. So it's pretty nice. I'll have to show you, because that obviously didn't make a lot of sense what I just said, if I actually do it in the fight. But I'm going to go ahead and drop a special 2 there. It's going to do a pretty nice amount of damage. I'm going to refresh my Daunteds too by charging my heavy. If you charge your heavy while they're rooted at the end of the special, it's going to refresh the Daunteds. Oftentimes it's really difficult to do because of spacing, so I don't always go for it, but it's certainly something you could try. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a combo into a special 1, I think, which it does kind of suck a little bit because the indestructible came into play, but that's fine. Cassandra has a marked passive which would fail indestructibles, but it's kind of complicated with how you access it, because they have to have a regen effect or trigger a regen effect for Cassandra to place that marked passive, so it's not as reliable as someone like X23's, but it's cool. So this is Power Shield 2.0. We're going to go see some more side quest fights from the November side quest. And yeah, Power Shield 2.0 is obviously very cool for Cassandra, because the Daunteds just make her damage go through the roof. Because what's going to happen is you get like the 400% attack rating increase on your specials from Power Shield. And then you multiply that further by Daunteds, because they're not additive. They're going to be basically multiplicative at that point. So, I don't know. Let's just say the Daunted potency is 100%. Then it's going to be 800% for the actual like attack rating you're going to have. It's kind of weird how the math works, but you're just adding 100% of that 400% special attack damage increase. Anyway, it's just going to be a lot of damage. It's just a lot of funky math, but it's going to be a lot of damage, which is what's most important. So yeah, we're fighting this Aegon, and it has the really annoying version of Matador, which I hope they never bring back, where it's only a third of a bar of power when they drop a special. But yeah, we're going to go for the special 2 here, and boom, those are some very nice crits, and it unfortunately leaves them at like a little bit of health left, so we're gonna have to try to build back. And that's when I made a mistake not triggering the root, or not going for a heavy attack would have been better in that scenario. I didn't need to. I had plenty of Nero and Daunted uptime. I didn't need to do that, so I kind of just lost a lot of health from it. Which one of the annoying things about Cassandra, like, I don't like the root mechanic. I find it's just more bad than good. I don't understand why it's there. Like, obviously when it works it's great, but it just barely works for me because spacing is just so weird with her. But it's cool if you can actually get it to work. And then we're going to do one more fight on the path against Okoye. I believe this one is like I get her down to 1 special 2. So it's a lot more interesting to watch. We just need to make sure that Okoye gets to drop 6 special attacks first. Oh, this is actually something I can talk about at Cassandra's kit. Like, if you haven't noticed yet, like, there's so many abilities that I keep bringing up for Cassandra that I haven't even talked about yet, because her kit is just really stacked. Like, she just has so many things. Like, the first thing that I can talk about here that I haven't even mentioned yet is the fact that Cassandra's stun from the parry can't have its duration reduced. So Okoye's endurance there doesn't mean anything, because if I went for a parry stun, the duration wouldn't be reduced at all, because that's just what Cassandra's parry does. Its duration is a fixed duration, essentially. So it's really cool, and yeah, I like that. If I ever go for a parry stun, I don't think I really do in this fight, but if you're fighting a Limber Mastery champ from like any PvP content, that would be cool. Just a Limber node too, of course, it would apply to, but Endurance is one of the big ones. And then I'm going to go ahead and drop my special 2 in a moment, just with a little bit extra daunted, make sure I had the cap when I got there, and you can just see some big crits, 174,000 damage on the last one, and we do finish the Sequoia off in just one special 2. So yeah, really fun taking a Mutant champ to Power Shield, pretty much always, you know. Okay, this one I think is interesting. Yeah, this is a bit more of just like a questing scenario kind of thing, from 9.3. Cassandra has a fear. It's not going to apply too much to this node because you only get the fear when they cross a bar of power, and fear reduces ability accuracy if unblockable, it doesn't remove it. So because of the fact that they start the fight with a fear, the only way that the fear would actually continue to prevent it is if that one was removed and replaced, which is never going to happen, because the only way you can remove it on this path is by getting a prowess, which Cassandra can't do. But I think like later on in the video I'm going to show like a really nice example of the fear, because yeah, I like the fear a lot. It's a really good mechanic, and it's not limited to like fighting skill champs. You can use that fear against any character as long as like you can reduce their ability accuracy, of course, because that's how fear works. It's not like turning off the ability. It's essentially turning off the ability, but it is ability accuracy reliant. Excuse my stutter. So anyway, yeah, Moon Knight, again, I make a faulty root trigger. Like, I need to learn to stop doing that. Like, early on when I was playing Cassandra, I like always trying to find a way to make that root work, and just more often than not, it doesn't, and I kind of hate it. So I need to just stop, because it's making my life a lot harder to play her. And like I took some advice from players in my alliance who were saying like don't go for the root, and they were using like the spam special 1 rotation a lot, and definitely see the appeal of that rotation for sure, because yeah, any less reliance on the root is great. Instead of just refreshing the Daunteds, just continuing to place them a crap ton from the special 1 is just a really good method. So yeah, I like it. I just didn't use it a lot for the content because this was recorded a couple weeks ago before I really got the hang of it, and I still like the special 2 rotation a lot because it's big numbers, and big numbers are much fun. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my special 2 here. It's going to do quite a bit of damage, of course. Got a lot of crits, and that's because this node is giving me precision. When my striker gauge isn't full, we're getting a precision, which is really nice. Jeez, okay, I can't dexicate Bishop special 2. That's really embarrassing. Anyway, here I'm rooted again, but then I use my relic and I get rid of it. And I'm going to go ahead and drop a heavy there, go for my special 2, and the precision is just going to make it to where I get a ridiculous amount of crits on the special 2, and then Bishop goes down. So yeah, that 5,000 extra crit rating from that precision is really helpful for this lane. Okay, oh, this is really funny. Okay, so this path, this has roll with the punches, so it's an example of a node with a kind of like a limber mechanic. But there's another cool thing I need to show about Cassandra in this fight. So like the limber mechanic, obviously Cassandra, like I said earlier, doesn't care about that. Her passive stun and her parry stun cannot have their duration changed. But also, if Cassandra's parry stun debuff gets purified or cleansed, she's going to put her the stun that she gets from charging her heavy back. Like, it's going to remove the cooldown on that. Which I really like. It's pretty nice that that happens, because then if you're fighting like a cleansed champion or a purified champ, you can just parry in heavy, even if that even if your heavy stun is on cooldown, because it'll just come back and then you'll be chilling. So I don't know if it actually happens in this matchup, but Daredevil has like an interesting call out where like he's just gonna sometimes remove the fear passive that Cassandra places because he's the man without fear. It's really funny. I've seen the call out before. I don't know if he did it in this fight. I fought him again in a different quest, and it happened. But like, yeah, just sometimes he removes the fear. He doesn't do it all the time, but sometimes he just completely removes it. It's really cool. Just fun little Easter egg. So anyway, Daredevil goes down there, and then we're gonna go fight Nick Fury on the same lane, which, as we saw earlier, Cassandra is just super good at fighting Nick Fury because of that regen rate ability that she has against skill champs. So it's gonna be a pretty neat time to go ahead and just shut off his regen. But first we're gonna go ahead and ramp her up, getting to 2 bars because that's the amount of bars of power I like to use with my Cassandra instead of the special 1 rotation. But you could do either one because they are both very good. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and build up to 2 bars. We're close to that. Again, if he gets the cleanse and he purifies my parry stun, it's fine. I'll just charge my heavy attack and get another one. There's a really good use of the heavy root though. So I charge my heavy while he's rooted and I'm far away, and then I throw a relic because I can both refresh my Daunteds, and I can also just counter her special, or counter his special, or not his special at all. I don't know what I'm saying. I can also counter him while he's in the root, even though I'm far away, using the relic. My train of thought's kind of weird tonight. I'm sorry that sounds so bad, but yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and get to another 2 bars, and then just drop the special 2. Not even gonna heavy cancel into it. Don't need to because Nick is just gonna die with my relic right there. So yeah, pretty cool. And we'll move on to the next fight, which is against Moondragon. This path, this has Danger Zone, which is, I believe, the unblockable node. I know there's unblockable in this fight, so we can finally see that fear in action. Because yeah, I like the fear a lot, and this is a matchup where it is coming into play, because every time they cross a bar, again, they are going to get the fear, which is going to reduce the ability accuracy of that unblockable, and it's not limited to skill champs, which is awesome. Ate a combo there on accident, then I charged my heavy out of nowhere on accident. Probably wasn't on accident, but it was just me being bad. And then I dropped my special 2 here, which does some nice damage at least. And then I'm going to go ahead and refresh my Daunteds because I had the right spacing. And we're just going to keep hitting her. So if she drops a special 1, of course it's fine because I placed Neuroshocks, so I don't care about any miss mechanic. There's also a power drain node there that kind of sucked. So I lost a lot of power there, and thus the fight's going to last a lot longer. But yeah, like, all the threats of the fight are just turned off because Moondragon's annoyance with her miss is gone. The fear is covering the unblockable as long as I can stay aggressive enough to deal with it. I forgot there was a purify node. Holy crap, okay. But then I got unblockable, so that's cool. And here I'm going to go ahead and charge my heavy. I didn't even mean to hit her with that light attack. I was trying to just push myself forward so I could do the heavy attack while she was channeling. That's 2 champs who channel, actually. Just realized that. Anyway, even though it's kind of a channeling mechanic, because while she's doing that, she's charging up her psionic charges. So there's the 3rd channeling champ in the game, I guess. I didn't even think about how Moondragon kind of is that, just in a bit of a different way. With the 2 Xavier siblings and Moondragon. So pretty cool. We'll fight this Morbius, who is on the same path, and as you can see here, like, the fear still places, even though it's not a skill champ, which is great. Getting hit by a special 1 is not great. I don't know how I did that, but anyway, it's not that bad, because I'm just going to go ahead and charge my heavy here. And then we'll continue to hit him, and we fail the unblockable. Gonna go ahead and counter his heavy with my heavy, keep stacking those Daunteds, and then I'm gonna go ahead and charge my heavy once more. And boom, do that. Gonna go ahead and go for a heavy attack into a special 3, because I actually wanted to try the special 3 rotation. I don't think this rotation is like crazy, but what it's gonna do is it's gonna consume the Daunteds that the opponent has, and then obviously it's going to do a massive chunk of damage in general, but it's also going to do burst damage at the end of the attack. So yeah, it does a big burst of burst damage, increased by 20% flat per Daunted consumed, and then all Daunteds are paused for 30 seconds or until either champion activates a special attack after that. So it's cool. Like, obviously it didn't do anything crazy, probably did just a little bit more damage than the special 2 did, because like I had a lot of Narrow Shocks, which would have made the special 2 hit a lot harder. Jeez, I suck. I'm getting hit by this Morbius a lot, but it's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and let him drop a special 1 and then punish it, and then do a nice bit of damage with my special 2, hopefully. Yeah, I saved a little bit of Narrows too, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and eat the heavy, because I still don't learn my lesson about that root, and then he goes down eventually. So yeah, we're gonna go fight Nick Fury in the Grandmaster Gauntlet now, and you can see the Marked come into play in this fight, which we haven't really seen yet. It's crazy how we're like 25 minutes in, and there's still utility pieces that haven't even shown in Cassandra's kit, because I swear, dude, she has so many abilities, it's ridiculous. But like, yeah, you can use the Marked in this fight to just stop the regen effects, which is great, because you don't want to regen reverse in this fight, or else it's going to be pretty bad. And Cassandra doesn't do that. She's just going to fail the regen from triggering altogether by placing the Marked. So that's cool. I just wish the Marked was a bit more accessible. But yeah, like here, I place a Marked after he gets that regen, and I'm going to refresh it every time I place a Neuro Shock. So it means I still need to be aggressive, but yeah, it's not that bad. Or it's not refreshing. Hold on. I thought it was refreshed when I placed a Neuro Shock. I'm going to go quickly read her abilities and see how it happens. The opponent gains a regen effect. An opponent with a regen effect is Neuroshocked to inflict a Marked passive. Okay, interesting. So it works a little bit differently than I thought. So they get the regen first, and then it places the Marked, and then you refresh the Marked when you place a Neuro when they have the regen. Honestly, that doesn't sound as useful as I thought it was, but it doesn't really matter. We're still nuking Nick Fury like Cassandra tends to do. So that's still cool. And then I'm going to go ahead and punish his special here. Do I just kill him with my special 1? I might have the damage to do so. Like, I'm going to drop it here, and I basically do. But his regen rate still gets lowered because his health gets lowered, so honestly, that's not bad at all. And yeah, that's going to be almost it. We have one more fight, which I'm just speeding up because there's no point in me showing the whole thing. Basically, the whole appeal of this fight is something that we haven't talked about yet, and that's the regen that she gets on her special 1. She gets these really potent missing health regens on her special 1 that are refreshed every time she gets a bleed effect on her. So we're fighting Bullseye here, and my health, you can see, just keeps getting lower and then keeps getting higher again because I'm just getting these regen effects, and they just keep refreshing whenever I'm bled. So that's 845 per tick, now 1,165 per tick, and those just aren't going away. Like, we'll just refresh them whenever we want. So while she's not like a really good counter to Bullseye, like if you want to fight like a really long fight Bullseye, like this one, you can just like basically go immortal because you get those regens and they just like don't go away. So this is like 1.5 million health Bullseye. It's not going to be very fast because she just doesn't have the tools to make it a fast Bullseye fight because she can't shut off his evade or anything, and you really need to spam those special 1s, which is just the slower rotation. If you just want to have like the crazy regen, of course. I guess you could go for special 2s once you stack up a bunch, and I think that's what I'm going to do here. But yeah, it's just really funny. I like it a lot. And then you can use the fear to make it to where if he does evade, you can still block the special 1 right after, which you can't do with most champs, because usually if Bullseye evades, the first hit of his special 1 is just going to be unblockable, and then the fear, of course, is going to say no to that, which we love the fear. So I thought I had a stun ready, and I did not, so I ended up dropping my special 1 kind of pointlessly, and I ate a hit because I didn't realize I didn't have my stun ready. And then, yeah, we're just regenning a crap ton still. Like, she's basically just not going to die in this fight. And I could have finished this with a full yellow bar, except I somehow miss a parry that I swear I landed. But I guess I didn't. So we have to deal with that, I guess. And then I'm going to go for my special one, which is going to basically finish the job. So that's Cassandra, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this one, because she is a very interesting character that doesn't get as much attention just because of the unfortunate fact that she is a mutant. If you watched my ranking every champ from 2025, you'll notice the biggest gap between two champs in the same class was mutant when I ranked them, because Cassandra and Jean Grey were like 15 spots apart when I ranked the entire year, and Cassandra was the second best mutant this year in my rankings. Anyway, it's just kind of crazy how that goes, but that's Mutant for you. But still, I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.